Welcome to Patras 53 at home today, getting ready for the big trip in Samoa in a couple of weeks. I'm at home in Calgary, a bit like Samoa. We've got a beautiful island here right downtown, middle of Calgary, and right behind us, right there, is the Bow River, and today I'm with the Bow Djangos. So first question was about, tell us a bit about the band, how it started and when. And
Okay, well, I can do that. So the Bow Djangos was a band that started way back in 2003 with myself and my friend Al Monica and another friend, Victor, who's a luthier here in town. And since those days, we've undergone a few evolutions, but right now the Bow Djangos is a project of gypsy jazz enthusiasts and consisting of these fine people here as a core. And we play here and there, festivals and jazz festivals and private things and so forth. And we're named after the river that Patrick spoke about, which is the Bow River right behind us. And because we're Django enthusiasts and we love the Django music. So that's how Bow Djangos came about.
Thank you. And how did can somebody tell us about, or you tell us about the scene here? In Calgary, Stampede, Cowtown, Rancher, good steak, good wine.
I can tell you about that a little bit. Well, but first, possibly I should explain how I got into Bow Djangos. I did not get into it in Calgary, Alberta. Strangely enough, how I got into it was at a swing festival in BC where Michael Dunn was teaching gypsy jazz classes, gypsy guitar classes. And a couple of his students approached me to play bass for them and play this music, and I thought, oh my God, this is the music. This is great stuff. So I started playing gypsy jazz in BC at a music camp. Well, when I came back, there just seemed to be no one here to play with, but through the internet, I made a connection with these other guys who are also unbeknown. We all wound up knowing each other, but we never realized that we were all enjoying gypsy jazz music. So it was a very small pocket of gypsy jazz lovers here in Calgary, and it's still compared with other places, other more cosmopolitan places, I would say, still a fairly small group of people who know the music and understand the music, and even a smaller group who actually play the music.
Sorry I didn't bring wine, huh?
Oh, and you may notice that as Patrick usually, the usual interview, we don't have our Chardonnay or other fine wine to drink because here in Calgary, you're not allowed to drink wine in the park. When the police just drove by, so that wouldn't have been very good.
I don't want to be arrested before Samoa, so
ours is a sad,
not
tragic
now.
city.
Yeah, but the other thing I'm interested in what do you think of? No, first of all, how people react. Like sometimes they go to a show, they see gypsy jazz, or they know jazz, but how do they react to when they see you in a concert and the local?
What I think happens is when people hear the word jazz, unless they're jazz enthusiasts, they tend to tune out if they don't understand the term gypsy jazz. But when they hear the music, they always love it.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes they say, "Oh, I really like that klezmer music you do," or what is that music you do? It's so they don't really know what it is. However, when they hear it, they love it. But to put gypsy jazz manouche, people here don't understand that yet, or don't seem to understand that yet.
But that's a good thing for us because as they don't know the music, it's always a surprise, and generally good surprise because also it's kind of easy listening jazz and a lot of rhythm. So people react very well.
Yeah, it's a lively music, and they usually start clapping, start dancing.
But you're right, as Tristan said, before that helicopter flew by. It's always a pleasant surprise for them when they hear it.
Yeah, that's for sure. And what do you think of the future globally of this music? And what do you think of the future of this music here? And also, what's your dream about that future?
Well, that's an interesting
That's a lot of questions.
question. I think as the global village continues to become more global villagey,
Yeah.
it will become more well known. Particularly here in the west of North America and Canada, we're living in a sort of a very conservative demographic, and people here like cowboy music and bluegrass music. So right here in Calgary, it's difficult to make a presence, but I think it's growing. I notice that in the West generally. You'll notice on television, backing tracks for ads, and in shows you find more and more of it. So I think it's on the rise here for sure. And my dream is that it will continue. So, but, I'm not sure.
What does a Frenchman do in Calgary? Playing that music. That's another question.
I guess that's a
good
question for me.
for you.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, first I was not here for music, but I was already playing gypsy jazz when I arrived in Calgary. So I've been just going in first music store I could find, and ask the guys, okay, who is playing gypsy jazz here? Gypsy what? And finally I found people, and it's a so small community that you get into it very fast.
Yeah.
And that was for me, that was great, because I was very quickly able to play with people loving this music, and also finding a place where to play, because that's also the kind of music we can play in any kind of venue. We play for weddings, we play in festivals, we play in bars. So that's really, I wouldn't have expected finding people and play this music here in Calgary while I was living in Paris before.
Yeah.
But actually that was really good for me, for my playing gypsy jazz coming in Calgary. So it's funny.
Well, thank you. Thanks for your time, the Bow Django.
Yes.
Keep playing, keep practicing, and maybe we'll see you in Django Fest one day.
Oh, we
that
will.
would be nice.
We will for sure.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of timetabling when we can all find the time to travel together.
So, like I always say, keep drinking good wine. Not like today, but later tonight we will, I hope.
Sure.
And keep listening to good gypsy jazz.